Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on YouTube? Diggy546. Today we got Thomas Fidone. Thomas Fidone is our first of two 7-round picks. The second one ended up being Corey Black. But Fidone has actually got some flair to his tape. This is a guy that tore his ACL twice. I got his 6'5", I think about 250 something, but he lost weight. Not sure why he lost the weight, if it was to become a better runner to get faster or if he just kind of lost weight recovering from injuries, who knows. But either way, just looking at this guy's tape, he really stands out to me, and I'm just going to get straight into it. We're going to start off with blocking. So you're going to see the arrow pointing at him here, and just take a look at this first block here. Like he's clearing out holes already. He starts off balance a bit, and if he didn't trip, he probably if he didn't trip coming out, he probably just takes this guy completely out of the play and he scores. But still gets a hat on him. So on his next play, just watch him just pretty much eliminate this blitzer here. Can't tell. Listen, in college, there's DBs, there's linebackers. They all wear whatever numbers they want. But just take a look at him. Just eliminate whoever this is blitzing off the edge. And he's going to come here and just lock him up right there. Easy stuff. Let's take a look from the end zone angle 24. You're just going to see him just get in a position. Go and pick up this blitzer coming off the edge. And easy money. Next play, again, that yellow arrow is pointing right towards him. You're just going to see him running out route here against this zone defense. And just a nice, beautiful catch on the sideline. Take a look at this throw and catch on the sideline. Beautiful catch there from Fidone. So because they leave him in the block so often, he is very easily able to do some of this block and release stuff. They kind of stop accounting for him. So he's going to chip here and then release, and he is completely wide open. Rayola's going to find him, and he's not going to get much yak, but that's a chunk play that you get just because they're not expecting him to leak out. So watch 24 on this next play. They do a lot of pulling with him at tight end, which I really liked. He did it pretty well for the most part. Sometimes, at the point of impact, he could have done a little bit better. Like sometimes he just kind of throws his shoulder into people and they don't really go much. They don't really go a lot of places. But, when he does do it well, this is the result that you get. Dropped his shoulder a little bit, cleared this up for his running back. So I talked a lot about him pulling on a lot of these plays. You're going to see him basically pull around, and he's going to miss the DB that's going to end up making this tackle and just completely misses him. Take a look at it. Doesn't see number 5 there. Looking over now is kind of, he's kind of getting blocked by his offensive lineman and this defender right here. But he's got to go and get 5. Doesn't get him, sees him last minute. And a walk-in touchdown, which should have been a walk-in touchdown, ends up being a minimal gain, or actually a loss. But here we go. You got more than one play, and here you go, Fidone. Here's number 5. And he is going to take this personal that he missed this play, and they're on a 2nd and 7 away from the end zone because he missed his block. Instead of a walk-in touchdown from the 1-yard line, he misses his block in there at the 2nd, and they're at the 7-yard line. So take a look at Fidone out here. He's going to lock in the 5 and just drive him out of the picture. Just drive him out of the picture. This is the dog mentality that you look for out of any tight end that's blocking. So Fidone lined up as a slot a lot. He did a lot of slot stuff, and his route running isn't terrible. His route running is pretty smooth, especially for a guy his size. And a lot of this stuff will work. A lot of stuff will work at his size. So it's kind of like a mini sluggo here. Kind of like a mini sluggo. And I think, if the quarterback gives him a little time here, I think he's probably got good positioning here. You don't need a ton of separation. If you're almost even with this DB right here, you've got the advantage to where if this ball goes anywhere on this in this zone of the field, he's probably got the advantage because he can just box this guy out, go up and get the football, and you got a big play. So these are the routes that I can kind of see him succeeding at in the NFL, are these vertical routes where he's one-on-one with these DBs. He's got the height advantage, he got the size advantage, physical. He's swiping the hand away right there. I think that's a possible big play that Rayola missed out on. So this is some more of the ability that I'm talking about. Both tight ends are going to kind of run sort of same routes here. Of course, he's going to be turning this more into like a crosser, and Fidone is going to be running basically just a simple seam route. So this just shows that he can get downfield. Easy stuff. I mean, sold the outside move here, sold that he was going to run this out route, has this DB turned around, and this should be a walk-in touchdown. This could be a walk-in touchdown. I mean, who knows if he has the long speed to finish this, but at the very least, he's catching this. He's probably breaking a tackle and he's across the 50. So he can definitely stretch the seam here. He just didn't get the football. And this is what I mean about size and position. And check this out. He's going to kind of run a similar route, except this is going to become a crosser. And just watch him run through his defense. Decent coverage there by the defense. But Raiola just trusts him, throws it up, and he can just go snatch it out of the air. Just easy stuff. He just goes and snatches this away. He didn't even have to. He's open enough. And Raiola gives him a nice ball over top of this defender where he can just go up and just snatch it. And this is what he can do for you all day. Work this middle of the field, use his body, use the positioning, use the athleticism. And this guy is a former receiver. He knows how to contort himself to catch some of these passes out of the air. Take a look from this angle. Just watch him go up and grab it, man. So we're going to end this with my favorite play of the game for the Hoosiers. And he just is going to run a simple option route here. 24 in your tight slot, sitting there in the zone, making some guys miss and making a big play. This is, if we can get this type of production from him, this is going to be him. it's like Gronk and Aaron Hernandez. If we can get this type of production where we can get a wiggly guy here and then a stockier guy that's also a physical freak, this could be like Gronk and Aaron Hernandez. Now, am I saying that it's going to be? Probably not. The guy's a 7th-round pick for a reason. Coming off of 2 ACLs. Now, this is him after those 2 ACLs, but nonetheless, he's coming off of 2 ACLs. And, you never know what you're going to get. But if he can be this guy in the NFL, defenses better watch out. Malik Neighbors, Theo Johnson, Darius Slayton out there stretching the field, leaving the middle of the field open so him and Theo can catch these passes here and make something happen after the catch. That excites me. Cam Scatterbo now making something happen after the catch too. Great receiver for him. So Thomas Fidone or Tommy Fidone, what I'm sure he'll end up getting called. This guy is a very talented player. Very, very gifted player. I mean, his RAS score, which is for the folks who don't know, his physicality score, his bench press, his 40 time, all of his measurables and everything. 17 or 9.6 or something like that out of 10. Very, very high. And tight end and defensive end edge player, those scores, those RAS scores are very highly correlated with successful players. Theo Johnson's like a perfect score, and he's like a 9.6. So those two back there, both can block, both can be receivers. Very exciting. Welcome to the Giants. Happy he's here. You all let me know what you're thinking of Tommy Fidone.